right, so I realized I never got a clip of my first clear of the final encounter of Root of Nightmares, which I did on Sunday. I did it after reset. I actually I did half the raid on contest mode, and then reset kicked in, so the other half was not on contest mode, and man, was that much easier. To the point now where I realized that without contest mode, you're going to get more challenging battles and gameplay out of Legend weekly missions from Lightfall, and even out of Legend Defiance Battlegrounds, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I guess Masters is coming soon. So I might be seen as the raid is fairly easy on the mechanics once you learn it, and I've done a couple runs on it. It's kind of like a deep stone crypt, kind of just you can have a lot of people not saying anything, not on mic, just do an ad clear. If you got like two, 3 people that know what they're doing in the raid, I guess 4 for planets, but even that's teachable, like very teachable. But yeah, it's a casual raid, which I like because I'm a casual player. I just want to do this run once per week per character, get my pinnacles, get my red borders, hopefully get some good loot, and then do the other stuff that there is to do in the game. I don't ever really target farm any specific activity. I just do what I gotta do to get to my max pinnacle level, so that way I can start posting solo flawless content for you guys, whether that's dungeons or this season it might be a mix of Legend, maybe Master, weekly missions and Nightfalls. The only reason I'm saying maybe is because the last 2 seasons that I've been putting up content, it's been solo flawless, weekly Witch Queen on Master and Nightfalls. That was pretty easy for me by the time I'd done like 40 of them. Well, actually not even that. By the time I'd done, I'd say like 20 flawless runs at the Master difficulties, PvE content from last season, like soloing 3-man content, dungeons, and then Master level PvE stuff. The biggest challenge for me in doing those is the knowledge of the AI, the mechanics of how the AI works, how to beat the boss, etc. Like just knowing where everything is, knowing where you're going to be in the run, and what abilities you're going to have available to you, ammo economy. Like once you learn all that, it's not that bad. Difficulty wise, like killing enemies is the easy part. But this season, the legendary campaign I did not find harder than the legendary Witch Queen campaign. It's more ad dense, probably, maybe. But this season, like the Legend weekly campaign mission with champions and everything, and even though it's supposed to be the same negative 15 power level modifier as legendary campaign missions, like the non-weekly ones, I still feel like, I think because of the scaler in the legendary campaign, like there's a scaler if you do it solo versus if you do it 2-man or 3-man, or person I should say. There's a scaler in the legendary campaigns, Witch Queen and Lightfall, but not for the weekly 100k missions that you got to do for your pinnacle. That has champions introduced into it. It's a different difficulty. There's different difficulty parameters and everything in the weekly versions. Basically, the weekly campaign missions that you have to get 100k for and get a pinnacle at the end. Also, you get a lot of Ascendant alloys from them. Those are basically scaled at the exact same difficulty as and modifiers. It shares the same modifiers as Nightfalls. So it's a different ball game than the Legendary campaign. But so yeah, Legendary campaign aside, this season with Lightfall, with the damage increases to Nightfalls, that is also the same story for your weekly Lightfall missions. They have the same surges going on, the same threats, and even some of the same daily modifiers, etc. They also have unique like weapon or overcharged weapons for the week, right? None of this stuff is in the Legendary campaign. Like all these various modifiers that are common to Nightfalls. But anyway, so all I'm saying is this season, difficulty-wise, there's going to be a better balance of, even once you learn the mission or the Nightfall, you're going to have to deal with the increased difficulty in the enemies, which is good. I'm looking forward to the challenge, but we'll see. I might put up some -15 stuff, and I might put up some -20 stuff, and see how it goes, and go from there. But anyways, there you have. This would be my preferred optimized version of Striker versus Nezarec. Curse of the Falling Star, Thunderlord. We all just agreed to use Thunderlord. It wasn't like I had to pull it from... actually, I might have had it on my character. But I had the Catalyst done a while ago, so it was not a big deal for me to run it. Everybody else wanted to run it. And it was, it was pretty easy. Keep in mind, Machine Gun's got a 10% buff, I want to say. I could be wrong on the numbers. Linear's got a 10% nerf. Now, Linear's is the play against Rolk in general, but because of the nerf and buff that we got this season between those two weapons, and because Nezarec disappears and moves around all over the place, it might be a little bit more ammo efficient to use a machine gun, and Thunderlord is doing work. And of course, Curse of the Falling Star is always doing work with Thunder Crash. So you can go back, check my loadout, and I'll put up some more content coming up soon. Take care.